The Cookbook Larchmont Company is in big trouble for what they did to their African-American employee, and the Cookbook Larchmont is related to the John and Vinny's company. Both companies are very great friends with Donald Trump and Donald Trump's family too, and we know how racist the Trump family is for real, my brothers and sisters. Here is 4 videos talking about how racist DC's companies are, and how racist LA, aka Los Angeles, California is too, my brothers and sisters.
Yesterday for no reason. And then when she tried to film him doing it, she was fired for causing a scene. Just to back up, I work part-time at this coffee shop slash restaurant slash gourmet wine grocery shop here in LA. I'm not going to say the name. I'm worried about the defamation stuff, so also all of this is hypothetical. Things have been really tense there for a couple of months. They've been cutting full-time employees down to 20 hours a week. Even though these are some of the wealthiest and most successful LA restaurateurs that own this place, it was failing financially within a couple months of it opening. And so they've been cutting people midway through their shift, which sucks because people can't pay their rent. I was literally crying to HR like a week ago. So yesterday, on MLK Day, it was a really busy holiday. There was a lot of traffic, people coming in to buy their cheeses and their fancy mushrooms and their oatmeal lattes. Even though it was busy, they were cutting employees mid-shift because they can't afford to pay them for the rest of the day. So one of my coworkers was cut midway through her shift. She's Black and she's on the autism spectrum. She didn't leave right away because they were so slammed. She was helping bag groceries and make coffees or whatever. They told her that she had to clock out or they were going to call the police. So she did clock out. And then she's going around the store and saying goodbye to people, which is so normal. I mean, they tell us they want us to grocery shop there after our shift, not like we can afford it. So because she's refusing to leave the premises, our manager calls the police on her and she tries to film him. And because she's doing that, she's fired for causing a scene. This is why I'm talking to TikTok, because we don't really know what to do. She's new to LA. She doesn't really have any resources. She filed for unemployment already, which is good. But if anyone out there on the internet has any resources for discrimination lawsuits, or her finding out what her rights are, if anybody has any resources, please, we could really use them. Just called the police on a Black employee yesterday for no reason. And then when she tried to film him, hello, it is me, the allegedly fired employee. I wanted to say I see all you guys' messages and support and suggestions, and I love it. Thank you so much. Please keep on coming because I've never been in this situation before and I genuinely don't know what to do. So I appreciate your advice because it's really helping to guide me. I don't want to speak too specifically on what happened as I haven't talked to lawyers. I don't really want to shoot myself in the foot. But yes, these things did happen and it's been so ridiculous, I don't know, uncalled for and unnecessary things that have occurred, and I am certainly looking into legal action to figure out how I can find justice in this situation. So I appreciate that, and when I know more about what I can and can't say, I will update all of you. I just moved to LA. I am a Black, queer, autistic woman, and I didn't expect any of this, and I appreciate all of your support. If you would like to further support me, I am a stylist and a creative director, and I just moved here, and now I have a lot more time on my hands to pursue those things. So if you want to help support me and you know of anything hip-hop happening in that area that you think I could be involved in, let me know. Yeah, thank you guys. Seriously, from the bottom of my heart, so much. Just that you guys are so kind, and thank you.
Yo, I just want to say that I recently posted a video saying that you should go and check out John and Vinny's. I'm taking that back. Do not go and support John and Vinny's. Do not get any more of your money. Don't ever patronize John and Vinny's again. That is a business that we do not support. Yo, I just want to say that I recently posted a video saying that you should go and check out John and Vinny's. I'm taking that back. Do not go and support John and Vinny's. Do not get any more of your money. don't ever patronize John and Vinny's again. That is a business that we do not support. If you haven't heard, the people who own John and Vinny's also own another business in Larchmont called Cookbook, and they wrongfully terminated a black employee and then called the police on her as she was trying to say goodbye to her former colleagues and friends that she worked with. That's just crazy to me, and I definitely don't want to be giving my dollars to people who treat my folks or my community that way. On top of that, as I started to do more research, I found out that they've also been sued in the past by employees for not being upfront about what their service fees were about. Apparently, they just have really shady business practices, and it's just not a business that I think that you should be supporting or giving money to. I hope that, whoever this employee is that got fired, I hope that she lands on her feet, I hope she does well. But from this point on, I don't think John and Vinny's is a place that we should be patronizing. I think my goal is to do a bit of a better job of actually knowing a little more about the place that I visit. A lot of the times, I just get recommendations from my friends or folks that I know that say, hey, check this spot out, and I do, and I like to share those experiences with y'all. But I never want to be supporting a business that is, treating its employees in such a way. With that being said, if y'all know any really good Italian spots in LA that don't treat their employees this way and don't have the shady business practices, please let me know in the comments. I would love to check them out and do reviews for them. Obviously, I'm always down to try new places, and I definitely want to support businesses that also support us.
Next, racism in LA, my brothers and sisters.
I'm here to tell. I'm a white guy from LA, and I'm here to tell you that it is very racist here. I've tried to make this video a few times now. It's hard to get everything that I want to say into one video. But when I say LA is racist, I don't really mean legislatively or, legally. I mean socially, practically, like day to day. So if you know anything about the Great Migration, then you know that from around the years of 1917 to 1970, there was a huge influx of black people moving from southern states to northern and western states like California, and coming to cities like Los Angeles to seek a better life away from Jim Crow laws and racist police and yada yada yada. But white people in LA were super freaked out by this, because even though on paper they were more progressive, they weren't exactly ready to be neighbors with all these black people. So the response from real estate agents was to only offer black people homes in certain areas, effectively segregating the city into different racial groups. And that segregation is still very obvious today. There are neighborhoods today where people rarely see a white person, or where people rarely see a black person in this city, so close to one another. I grew up and I still live here in the flats of the valley. It's a good neighborhood, but it's not Bel Air or Santa Clarita, like somewhere secluded from the city by distance or by a gated community. And still, a lot of my neighbors are white. Now, I had the privilege of growing up going to synagogue and seeing people that didn't look like me and befriending people that didn't look like me, and going to a charter school or a public school for part of my education, interacting with a lot of people that didn't look like me. But if you grew up as a white person in California or in Los Angeles specifically that is not poor, you might not interact with many people who don't look like you. Case in point, in one private school that I went to, one of our teachers could not tell the difference between two black students for the entire year. The entire year. Everyone's so afraid of being racist. Everyone's so afraid of investigating the prejudice that they have internalized toward other people that they don't even want to deal with these very practical issues like cross-racial identification or interacting with people who don't look at you physically in your life. White people just want to crucify themselves on Twitter here and say, oh, I'm so ashamed to be a white person, and then not do anything for anybody. Look, I could go on about this for hours, but here's the dagger. The white people in Alabama are less weird to you than the white people in LA, because even if they're more racist on paper, at least sometimes they interact with black people.
Our brothers and sisters. Also, this company that did this to our queen sister in this video, this company has Italian origins. The same Italian people that I heard a couple of years ago that they were treating African people, and also heard an African American king brother, I believe it was like a couple of years ago, that they were treating them really, really bad and all in those things. And with that makes sense and all, because the Italians, not all of them, but some of them have a big hatred towards black people, for real, my brothers and sisters. And if you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel and other social media platforms too, my brothers and sisters.